Hi Raj, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fine and fantastic. What about you?
I'm also fantastic. I'm really happy to see you today and thanks for joining me.
It's my pleasure, man, because since quite a long we had a conversation. So I'm very excited to further proceed with this conversation as well. Since quite a long, I did not have conversation with a lot of people because I was bit of busy in my job, current job or training, whatever you can say. So that's why I was not getting time. But yeah, from probably from the next year, I have decided to again because I will not have my training from the next year, so I will have a bit of free time for a couple of months. So I will be again conducting the sessions and talking with all of you guys. But yes, the way you have told me that you just want to have a conversation, it was my pleasure, because I thought that yeah, in this way at least I can find, because I was not able to I was not trying to find my time. But yesterday I realized that if you actually look back or look that where you have time, you can easily find out at least 30 minutes for have a session as well. Yeah.
Exactly, it happens, but it's all about the mindset. When we are engaged into something else, mind says no, don't go back, don't do this. Try to focus on something which you are doing right now. And we feel like I'm already jam packed, so at what time I should do session, and it would be very difficult for manage those things. So that's what it happens. So okay, moving on to the next question, Raj. As you are joining me for the first time, I think on my YouTube channel. So would you love to tell me something about yourself for the sake of viewers?
Okay. About myself, right? Are you asking?
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay, okay, okay. So basically, you can consider still me as a, you can say, CMA final student, as well as also I am currently doing my internship. So in the field of auditing and assurance. So currently I'm working as a audit assistant. So as a team member, I'm working in the field of auditing, and as well as also I am preparing for my CMA final. So cost accounting. Yeah.
Oh, that's great to hear. That's why you are pretty busy. I can understand because CA, CS, CMA, all these courses are not, I would say, pretty easy. I come from commerce background. I can understand once somebody is doing all these courses, they have to be, I would say, totally focused in that. Otherwise, it is very difficult to manage all those things like you were doing YouTube. So yes, okay, that's good to hear, and I'm so happy for it. I hope you would be able to become a CA after a few months or like whatever. So next question goes to you. That when did you complete your 12th standard? When did you pass your plus two?
I think it was before, I think in the 2019. So I have completed my 12th. So yeah, 2019 was the time.
Oh, then we are somewhat batchmates because
Yes,
I
yes, yes.
completed my 12th in 2019 too.
Right, right, right. I think probably we have completed our graduation at the same time as well. So yes.
2022, yes.
Mhm.
I
Right,
completed in
right,
2022 and now I am done with my masters in
right,
2024.
right, right, right. Because when I was in my like third year, I started with my CMA. So yes, so back then I started with CMA. So I think most probably 2022, as you have mentioned also, that I also did my graduation.
Okay, that's great to hear. So I'm so happy for you that you're pursuing your passion, you're pursuing your career now. That's very good. So now coming on to this YouTube, that actually in between, how did you get the passion towards YouTube? As you were into this, you wanted to see yourself as a CA or CMA, whatever it is. So, but how did you come with the YouTube and how it took place?
I think it took place. Currently, it is in the position right now. I'm not able to focus on that. But yes, the creative mindset was gone, because earlier I was doing a lot of research on editing and all of these things. But after coming to this field of doing internship in the field of auditing, so this all the creativity has been gone. It is true fact, but I'm actually thinking to again restart, because it gives me a lot of enjoyment. And when you are actually editing some sort of things, creating image out of AI. So these days I'm trying to post some of the insights of my internship experience or other experience that I am getting in my LinkedIn account. So in my LinkedIn account I am generating some sort of AI related images, and actually sharing my thoughts over there. So I'm thinking that why not to actually do some sort of creativity. And back I think when I started my YouTube, that time it was a pretty sure that I wanted to improve my English language, because in CMA or in CA, you know that everything you need to study in English language. So that was the only thing, because I had to somewhere understand this fact that everything will be in English language. So why not to actually start something where I can improve my English? So that was not the motive that I'll be talking with a lot of people and all, and English communication would be something that I would love or something. No, it was not like that. It was just only that it would help me to actually pursue the CMA course when it was in the very initial stage. So that was the time, and that's why I started. I thought that yeah, let's do it. So that's how it started.
Yeah, that's great. Now you editing change into auditing. So now you do not have
Yes,
to focus on editing, you have to focus on auditing. So
yes, yes,
that's
yes.
good to hear. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So means
So
nowadays you're not able to focus on your YouTube channel, right? It's
yeah,
very
yeah, right.
difficult for you to take out time from your schedule and do it, as you said, right?
Mhm. Right,
Okay.
right. A
So
little.
now another question goes to you related to your day. How your day looks like? What do you do throughout the day?
Okay, so it depends on, you can say, pre-schedule. Sometimes actually in the auditing, what is happening, they are sending us to the outstation audit for, let's say, for example, 1 month. So we had to go to the outstation audit for 1 month. Even recently, I had visited to Maharashtra. So that point in time, I found out time. Yes, I made some couple of videos over there in Maharashtra. So they like with my team also, I was there. So I was feeling shy, because in front of them how can I make videos, because in a room you have to share with another one person, right? So that kind of thing was there. But overall I can say one thing that had helped me in the field of auditing, that it had enhanced my communication in a further level, because now I was only talking with different people through online mode in English language or anything before that. But after coming to this field, now you are supposed to talk with some lot of senior manager and all. You have to submit your report, so you have to convey your message. So that time it gave me pretty much confidence to talk with any kind of person, right? Be it the senior manager of the company. So you have to talk no matter whether you are trainee or not, because they do not know that whether you are trainee or not, right? So you have to talk with them and you have to convey your message. So this way I think communication part has been improved in terms of removing my fear as well. And one thing that I have found out, that is, earlier I had a notion that I know English, so I can talk with anyone before joining my internship. But when I first time went to actually, one senior manager, he was from finance background, so finance manager of that company. So I had to convey my message. So I was fumbling in front of him. I was fumbling. So yeah, that was the day I realized that you need to face the practical experience. So be it any field, like suppose for a software engineer, though they know English, but they need to actually go there and talk. For a trainer, they need to talk with the student, right? As you are doing, like you are actually facing the practical circumstances where you are dealing with the students. So similarly, like that, in my field, I feel that yes, I need to talk with the real person. Then only I can actually improve the communication as well. Because already you know the basics and all of these things. Now you have to talk about that. So I think that's how communication is built. So be it any field, you need to actually take that practical positive outcome or the practical circumstances which can actually give you the right kind of result as well. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we are really comfortable with the virtual conversations, but when it comes to in person, it is very difficult for us to express ourselves because facing people and talking to someone who is just higher in position, as you said, senior managers or maybe the CEO of the company. So it is very difficult to convey your message. You feel scared that maybe you are going to make mistakes. Would you be able to share your thought with him or not? So that happens, of course, even though I experienced that thing. Talking virtually, it's my comfort zone. Somewhat, I can say I'm in my home ground, right? So every cricketer can do well. Most of the cricketers, they are able to do well in their home ground. But when they go outside, out states, and as you said, as you went to Maharashtra, so a little bit, actually, we get fearful situations and we feel afraid, right? Okay. So my
Yeah.
question I was asking to you related to your day looks like now how do you schedule your day? I mean to say at what time do you wake up, then you go for your training, then you come back, how it looks like.
Generally it looks like if like deadline coming, so generally forget about the deadline. Normal day, I'm just waking up at 7:30 or 8. I'm not at all a early person, so 8, almost 7:30 I put my alarm, but I wake up at 8 because I keep half an hour for my provision. I know that 7:30 my alarm will go on, but I will wake up at 8. So I wake up at 8, then go back, then make sure that I am getting ready at 9:30 or 10. Most probably 10:30 I'll be reaching. If it is a outstation, so means if I am outside of my state, so because the office is very close to my guest house, so that time it is very easy. But for my hometown, right now I am in Kolkata, so it is little bit far away, so I need to have 1.5 hour of traveling. So that time, generally right now, so after talking with you I will get ready also, so this kind of things and all. So it will be taking 10:30, and by the time of 11:30 I'll reach, and till 7:30 I will have my office. So after 7:30 I will come back. It will take almost 9, so 9 p.m. it will happen. So and then after that I have to do some study. So yeah, in the morning also I do have 1 hour of study session, and in the night also I do have 1.5 hour of study session. So yeah, and also half an hour of English conversation that I do. I would not disagree with this fact. Yes, I do have telephonic conversation. So I do that half an hour of conversation, half an hour every single day. So yeah, that's how.
Okay, so your day looks pretty busy, of course, because you leave your house at almost 9 and 10, then you reach there and you come back at 9, so almost 12 hours, I would say, you spend there with that commuting and your office. Then you do
Mhm.
not get a lot of, I think, time, of course. It's very difficult after reaching 9, you feel a bit tired also. And then you say that then also you study for an hour and a half. That's a good thing. So means right now you're doing intensive at the same time you have to do preparation for finals as well, right?
Yeah, right, right,
So
right.
that's why you are studying. And you said like you do practice for 30 minutes. So with whom do you do practice? Do you have friends around or do you have
Yeah,
virtual friends?
yeah. Obviously, virtual friends I do have. Like I since couple of, as you know that like it's been almost more than 2 years or maybe very close to 3 years. I have been practicing this language. So I have made couple of friends, right, throughout different like online platforms. With them, I do have practice. So be it like you can say telephonic. Mostly, it is a telephonic conversation I do have, because in those long 3 years, almost 3 years, I have gathered so many friends. So yeah, so with them I do have practice as well in the telephonic. So if they do have free time, so sometimes they might also come after their office also, they feel that yeah, I should have the conversation. So that's how they approach, and I say yeah, let's have a telephonic conversation. Yeah.
Okay, that's great to hear. So another question goes to you. Like as you used to do a lot of videos and used to do a lot of conversation. So sometimes do you feel like are you missing those things or you should do more? Because but your day is pretty busy so you cannot do it.
Yeah, sure. Because earlier when I used to actually, have this sessions also, I am still missing those days to get back, because that time I can approach anytime, because I'm getting fear these days to approach anyone, because maybe I will approach, but maybe I may not be able to find the time. But yes, Saturday, Sunday I do have time, so I decided to again do that, but not this year, because after the next year my training period is going to get over. So I am thinking to restart again and talk with different people again, so that I can get more experience while talking with their what is the current status of their life, as like you are talking and different other persons are there. So I am planning to do it in the next year.
Yes, exactly. It's very important, even though we feel like we are doing general conversation, but it builds our confidence and we become really comfortable by talking to people. But if you do not do a conversation for a long period of time, you would be you would feel a little bit different when you would be on video or camera, even though we did in the past. Then also, because we need the consistency, we need consistent practice for it, because we are not living in a surrounding where people speak English all the time. So we are living in a different surrounding where sometimes we lose the touch with this language which we are learning. So that's how we have to maintain the consistency by making more and more conversations as much as we can, right? Okay. So another question goes to you that actually, as you are doing, how many hours you used to study when you did your first step and second step of CMA? Now you are into finals.
Okay, first step and second step, right? So second step specifically for intermediate. When I was in my intermediate, back then I was also doing my YouTube also. So I was talking with so many people like you, and I think Kabir was also there, and Karishma also there. So yes, I had talked with many people. That time also I was in my intermediate. So that time, in counting of hours, I should say, um, also I think at the very close to my examination when 2 or 3 months was left, so I had to study for 9 hours, almost 8 to 9 hours, that's it. Because I was not focusing more than that, and in general, like before 6 months 7 months ago, almost 6 to 7 hours, that's it. 6 hours or 7 hours, that's it. And in the very close to my examination, like before 2 months, 8 to 9 hours, not 9 hours. 9 hours is only those few days, like 1 week ago of my examination. So yeah, 8 hours almost say. But yeah, in generally you must listen about that or in the YouTube that when they are talking about CACMS, they need to study for 12 hours and all. But I never have studied 12 hours even before my examination days as well. So I have studied for, you can say, 9 to 10. Yeah, before my examination 9 to 10, but generally used to study for 6 to 7. That's it. Because beyond that it would really affect my mind. So I thought that yeah, 6 to 7, if you study effectively, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about effective study hours. Many people study for 14 or 16, but actually they are only opening the books, but their mind is not into those books. So that is not the right way to study. It is all about the productivity and the result you get out of it. So some people actually get the same result by studying for 14 hours, and some people get by 8 hours. So that depends on the sharpness of mind as well, memory, learning, actually the methods and things. Okay. So as you said, you used to study 6 to 7 hours generally. And how many hours you used to give for YouTube and conversations in those days?
Those days, as you know that I had in terms of talking with different peoples, so I had pretty simple routine that one session I could have, right? So many videos are there that I have not posted, but I had a session, right? So that back those days I used to have in a week 7 days are there. Almost for 4 days, 3 to 4 to 5 days, I will have one conversation with any particular person, right? Second one is that my regular telephonic conversation that I do have till now also. So that is the separate thing. But for the session, I do have, you can say, like half an hour. So like in a 7 day, out of 7 day, 5 days, I will have half an hour for the session. And for doing some sort of editing and finding something new on YouTube and doing some sort of editing related things and researching and all. So that would take almost around half an hour or 1 hour. So depending on that, 1.5 hour also would used to go for this particular thing back those days. Yeah.
Okay. So now another question related to the beginning of your spoken English journey. That how long it has been you have been working on your spoken English, particularly or
Uh,
consciously. When
mhm.
did you
Okay.
start?
Okay, let me count it first of all. It was, I think, 2021, 22, 23. Yeah, it was almost very close to 3 year. Yeah, almost very close to 3 year. Yeah, yeah, 3 year because I started in 2021. It is for the fact I started with 2021. So almost it has touched 2 year. Yeah, sorry, 3 years, 3 years
It's been
almost.
around 3 years. And what did you do to improve your spoken English? What kind of major activities you have performed to become better in spoken English?
See, I do believe one thing that is in the initial stage, no matter where you are starting, like what point in time you are starting. If you are starting at the initial stage, like if I talk about 2021, my entire 2021, like from the time I have started to in the middle of 2022, I was actually focusing on more and more English content and practice. So this was the two approach that I have followed, and that and also like English environment, because for me the fewer things I had to do. that is study. And I used to, do some sort of private tuition, like to get some pocket money. So yes, that is what I used to do. So I used to find English medium students, even though I'm from government medium school, but I used to find English medium students to enhance my communication. So I used to see their books and teach them. And my entire subject curriculum was in English language, like everything, tax, audit, everything you have to study in English language. So this way my entire environment was in English. And because I couldn't talk with anyone in English language, so I used to take the help of virtual modes like this, telephonic or video conversation, right? So in this way, I think I was bit of focusing more and more on English content and English environment for, you can say, 8 to 9 months. Yes, I'm not saying that after that I have left everything. After that, it gradually, I was focusing on other parts as well. But yes, the initial days, it actually created the foundation, right? So foundation is important. The more better your foundation, and the building will be better, right? So whenever you are actually, constructing any flat, so foundation is important. So similarly, I always do believe, whenever anyone is saying that how to improve, if I'm from government medium school and all, so I do believe that you make English environment, you go, even if you have the opportunity to teach the English medium students, it's a very good thing. I do believe that go and teach, remove your fear. And in my surrounding there are so many English medium students, so I used to teach them, like 3 to 4. In this way you get some money, right? You get some money for your pocket money or anything. You get some money, and also you are actually teaching them, so you are learning. And English is also very essential part to actually talk with them, because you are conveying all these things that is written in the particular book in English language, so you are telling that student, so that is good also. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It is pretty helpful. We should challenge ourselves because if
Right.
we are not challenging ourselves, it's very difficult. We should come out of comfort zone and we should do something to create an environment, talk to students, whatever it is. It can be anything. Okay. So yes, I'm done with my questions, Raj. If you have any question for me, you can ask.
Hmm. Say, one question I do have, that, since quite a long we are talking, right? So that's how English has become important for you from the time you started to now you are teaching to students as well. How it feels? Are you enjoying just the honest conversation? That's what do you feel about this language? Just I want to know. After, I think it's been almost more than 3 or 4 years for you, I think, right? So what do you feel about this language?
Yes. Yeah, well, it's been around 4 years. I started my journey in 2020, started my YouTube channel in 2021. So that's how it is. I feel really happy about it, even though I come from a commerce background. As I told you, I did my BCom honors accounting. Then I shifted from commerce to masters in English. Of course, even though I applied for this CA foundation, but I did not feel like doing it, and due to some financial crisis also, then I was not able to pursue. But I felt really happy when I came into this profession. This is something which is my passion, and I feel really happy. I do not feel tired at the end of the day, even though my body is tired. But mentally, from inside, I do not feel tired. I like interacting with the people as much as I can. So I'm enjoying my this profession and passion. I'm trying to learn new things. I'm trying to become better as a speaker as much as I can. I try multiple activities with my students for their improvement and for my improvement. As you said, if you teach a students, it is helpful for both, not for them only. The same. I'm into particularly in the spoken English, so that is very helpful for me because that is enhancing my confidence. And I'm enjoying throughout the day. I conduct sessions with other YouTubers, my subscribers, learners, my students, regular classes. That's what I do. So I'm enjoying throughout the day with YouTube and this regular classes.
Yeah, that's a good thing, because I am not actually in, right now in teaching about English communication. But one thing that I do is that to get the fuel after coming back from my office, just to get charged up, I do use this method of talking with people, so that I can feel, even in my downfall also, sometimes I do feel that I'm not doing well, right? Be it any negative situation in last couple of last year. So yeah, I do feel that I am talking with people. Sometimes one incident I want to share with you, that is in very short, that sometimes I was feeling that I'm not performing well in my internship, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes I do feel that maybe someone is better. Then I just used to say myself, it's a gradual process. As like you have improved your English, similarly you can actually perform well in this particular field as well, right? And when I talk with the people with experienced person, they are working since last 15 years, 16 years, 17 years. So they do say that you are doing this, that is the most important thing, because you know that everything takes time, so it will be coming in your place as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we become impatient and we think we are not improving as much we want, but
Hmm.
everything takes time. Patience and consistency is really important for everything in this world or in our life. So yes, be continuous, like doing those things continuously is going to make you better from all those people who left, right? So the same as I'm continuing with my journey with the spoken English, I'm sure that I'm improving, even though if I'm not able to see a lot of improvement in myself, but I know because practice makes progress. That's what I believe in. So as I'm doing every day, I'm sure I'm far ahead than those people who left behind or
Hmm.
who gave up and who did not practice or who are not practicing. So that's how it is. So we should be positive and optimistic about everything. And we should not compare ourselves with others because somebody is excelling in a different field and maybe you are excelling in a different field, right? So that's how
Yeah.
it is. The person who is going to put a more effort in that field, for sure he will be better.
True, true,
Yeah.
true. Right. Yeah.
So okay, thank you so much, Raz. Many thanks to you. I'm so happy you take out or time for your schedule, and it was really nice talking to you. So bye bye, take care, all the best for your CMA finals. I hope you would be able to do a great job.
Thank you, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Bye
Bye.
bye, take care.